What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley, and it is time for News in Motion. Today is Thursday. Oh, yes, it is. Can y'all believe that we are towards the end of the week already? Today is Thursday, y'all, May the 19th, 2022, and it's time for today's headlines right here on News in Motion. So come on in the room, y'all. Let me know who's out here. Send up a hello. And guess what, y'all? As you all are coming in, I realize that there are people watching this who never even let it be known that they're watching. I've been receiving emails. I'm like, I've never seen this person's name in the show at all. But it is happening. It is happening. People are just telling us how they're watching it, how they bring their family around the table to watch it, how their children are reminding them, "Hey, that lady's on TV. They call it TV, the children on TV. It's time," and how they do their breakfast and the conversation. So I am just in awe. You never know. What's the saying? You never know who's watching you. All right, Valerie Johnson, what's up? What's up, Allen James? What's up, Marion Jackson, Lori Wallace? What's up, Latrice Jones? What's up, y'all? What's up, Diane Ladybug? What's up, Kenny Stanley? Hey, y'all, please put in the chat. Was Samara fire or what? That girl brought it to us yesterday. She brought it to us yesterday. What's up, Deborah Johnson and Rosanna Bivens and Adrian? Look, y'all, look. What's up, Brown Robinson? There were several times, if y'all noticed, I was like, okay, because I was trying to be very respectful of her time. And she goes, and another thing, and another thing. I was like, I'll let you go with it, girlfriend. She was fire, straight fire. Y'all, that's her all the time. Be sure to follow her on Instagram, and that's at Samara Bay, SAMARABAY. Follow her on Instagram. Y'all sign up for her Tuesday tips. That's the her reel, and then her newsletter comes out however often she puts out her newsletter. You can sign up for all that by going to her website, and I believe we have her link that we can put up is samarabay.com. samarabay.com. Again, that's www.samara, SAMARABAY.com. So if somebody can put that in the thread, I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all, samarabay.com. And while you're there, thank you, Isaiah. While you are there, be sure to pre-order a copy of her book. It comes out in 2023, but she's already opened up to take pre-orders. And what you received in that time yesterday, y'all, we went 57 minutes yesterday, and y'all weren't going anywhere. We went 57 minutes yesterday, and she talked about her book. And if you think that was fire, if you thought that was fire, imagine what that book is going to be. And her book is called Permission to Speak. Permission to Speak. So make sure you are pre-ordering her book today. Let's show her some amazing love. Let me see who else is in here. Jeffrey Allen James says she's the real deal for real. Yes, she is. I see you, Regina Shorts. Well, congratulations, Dr. Antoinette. Y'all, she received her official doctorate on this past Saturday at Ashland Theological Cemetery. I was going to say seminary, forgive me. So, y'all, she has her doctorate. So we just want to say congratulations. Do us a favor. Y'all know I don't do this often at all. I don't think I've ever done this, but a couple times. Do us a favor, Dr. Antoinette. If you would put your CashApp in the thread, and y'all, if you are led to bless this woman, y'all, that's a serious feat that she accomplished. Just send her some love. If nothing more, y'all, send her your prayers, which are just as valuable as if you're sending her any funds, and then give her your support always. So please, Dr. Antoinette, if you're not driving, put your CashApp in the thread. Latrice says I'm listening. Y'all are coming in here. Latrice says she was absolutely fire. I was pausing when talking yesterday. A real dramatic effect. Her pause was the bomb, wasn't it? I'm telling y'all. I met her through the Tory Burch Foundation. the Tory Burch, you know her, the clothing line foundation. And I was like, oh no, we can really be friends because I think she's the bomb. Thank you, Marianne, for putting the link in. Good morning, Patricia. Rosanna Bibbin says, just following her now on Instagram. Y'all, she's the bomb. What's up, Stephanie Burbridge Hall? Y'all listen, Stephanie and I were at church together on Sunday. And she was kind of like sitting, well, she was sitting behind me. You know, we were still social distancing. But at one point, our friend, Minister Brenda Troy, was preaching her rear end off, and she hit some nuggets, and she just like wiped us all out. And so thank God that Stephanie had some tissues, because I wasn't going to church to cry. So she's like, I can hear unraveling the tissue thing. I'm like, putting my hand back, give me some of those right now. But it was just a great message. If y'all didn't know, now you know. Minister Brenda Troy is the real deal. All right, y'all. Good morning, Hester, Sardinia. Yes, permission to speak by Samara Bay. Let's see what else. What's up, Davia? Y'all, let me talk about Davia. Y'all, it's Thursday. I know y'all do. I do what I want to on Thursday. Let me tell y'all about Davia. Now, I don't know who's the oldest between the two of us. I really don't know who's the oldest between the two of us. But y'all, I felt like the proud mama yesterday. I went to support this mental health awareness panel that she served on yesterday. I don't even know the other two ladies' names. No disrespect. I was just like, I know her, talking about Davia. And it was just amazing. And just sitting there, it was just that proud moment of, girlfriend, you breaking it down. I mean, it was just absolutely great. The community came out, even in the rain that was happening here in Central Ohio. They came out. We closed down the library. They kept making an announcement like, I'm gonna need y'all to go. I'm gonna need y'all to get out here right now. But y'all, listen, if you are not already following her, Davia, and her podcast and her YouTube, please do so. Davia, please put your links in the thread so that people can follow. Also, Diane Ladybug, I believe, is on here this morning. Let me know if you are Diane Ladybug. And if you are, please put in the thread. Now, I'm a little mad about this, but I'm not going to be too salty. But it appears that Diane Ladybug was doing some play or show or something, or she designed some clothing for a play or a show. I ain't know nothing about it, but the images are amazing. So can you let us know what you were doing there, Diane Ladybug? Um, uh, let's see, what is it? Davia said it was such a privilege. Thank you for your support, girl. That was amazing. I was just like, listen, and let me just be honest. We may not get to the intro today, but that's okay. Let me just be honest. I was sitting there listening, and I'm thinking, yep, I've had panic attacks. Yep, they may have been small, but I've had them anyway. But then as they were talking, it's like, none of them are small. Those things are happening. Yep, breathing is real. And I've been doing a breathing exercise for the past year or so, and I could tell a difference. Listen, y'all, we cannot be so prideful that we are not seeking help. And I'll go back to Monday going into the grocery store. That was traumatic. So I'm even thinking, listening to these three powerful Black women on yesterday on this panel. And I need to get that book, by the way. Davia, put the book of the person who hosted yesterday. If you can put the book in a thread as well, because that book sounded just awesome. I know you've talked about it, and it's on your show, but I need to get a copy of that. But I was sitting there and I thought about the grocery store, because one young lady was talking about the just the trauma, like the George Floyd and so forth and so on. And I thought, those all pile up. And the fact that I could not, to one point in the grocery store Monday, it's like I could not breathe. And normally my husband and I, we separate in the store, like, you go get this, you go get this. I was like, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I don't want to know if something happens, if you're alive or dead or where you are. To even have that trauma and to feel that way. Yeah, this is just a transparent moment. These things are real. So don't be so prideful or so private that you don't want to talk to somebody about it. And I'll go to something that I've said said so many times before, be careful of the conversations you're having around the table with your girlfriends or your boyfriends or your best friends or whomever, because you may be saying something that is preventing somebody else to tell you their story because of the conversations you've had at the table against somebody else. Here's the truth, and I learned this yesterday. We all have something that we're dealing with. We have good days, we have bad days. We could be dealing with depression, we can be dealing with anxiety. So talk about it and have no problem having that counselor and a therapist. And something that Davia said yesterday that just resonated with me. And I want y'all to hear this. Ask your therapist if they have a therapist, because if they don't have a therapist, that person may not be the therapist for you. So y'all, I'm gonna leave that alone, but that was just amazing yesterday. Amazing. Who else is in here? I'm trying to see who else is in here. Stephanie Berber was talking about sometimes she said, baby, yeah, that message was all that and some. Diane said, fun fact, I am a face painter as well, painting this Saturday at the Heal Her Amazing Race at Wolf Park. For more information, visit Julie Morrison's Facebook page. So check that out. What's up, Mike Nicholson? Yeah, we all have something. All right, we're not going to go to the intro. That's not important. Y'all know who I am by now. So y'all, let's first look at the entire picture. Let's look at the entire picture. Rudder's headline reads, Tesla cut from S&P 500 ESG index, and Elon Musk went nuts on Twitter on yesterday. See, that's what happens, dude. That's what happened. Now, let me change that. Rudder's headline didn't say he went nuts. Let me read the exact headline so I'm not hit for that. The exact headline reads on Rudder's, Tesla cut from S&P 500 ESG index, and Elon Musk tweets his fury. That's the exact headline. My headline is, and he went nuts on Twitter. That's Gail's remix of the headline. So here was his tweet, and I quote, Exxon is rated top 10 best in world for environment, social, and governance, ESG by SP 500, while Tesla didn't make the list. ESG is a scam. It has been weaponized by phony social justice warriors. Now, I ad-libbed all that stuff that I just said. I didn't ad-lib. That's his quote. I added my effects to it. But when you read his tweet, it's like, you're a big baby. Sit down somewhere. So yeah, he's going off. The S&P Dow Jones executive told Reuters on Wednesday it has removed electric car maker Tesla Incorporated, that's TSLA.O, from the widely followed S&P 500 ESG index because of issues, including claims, y'all hear this, of racial discrimination and crashes linked to the autopilot vehicles. These autopilots, I'm going to drive my own car. And the Tesla CEO, Elon Musk, responded with a harsh tweet, including that ESG is a scam. Now, Tesla has become the most valuable auto industry company by pioneering EVs and expanding into battery storage for electric grids and solar power systems. Now, factors contributing to his departure from the index included Tesla's lack of published details related to his low carbon strategy of business conduct codes, said Margaret Dorn, S&P Dow Jones head of ESG in North America interview. Now, what is ESG? It's short for environmental, social, and governance. It's an increasingly popular investment strategy for socially conscious investors to evaluate companies that align with their values. Assets in ESG funds hit $2.74 trillion at the end of last year, according to Morningstar. Now, he went on this fury, but guess who else is on this list that didn't make the list, that did not make the cut? Delta Airlines. That's my favorite airlines. They didn't make the cut. Home Depot, Meta, Johnson & Johnson. And this one just hurt my heart. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. They have all been left off of this S&P ESG index. Say what? You took off Warren? Come on. So it's interesting. So there's some battles, there's some fights that's going on. But this is what I want to say to you, Mr. Musk, if you happen to be listening. Your investors are getting a little tired of you, and they want you to focus on the car and not on Twitter. But yet you go to Twitter, and we don't know if you're going to buy Twitter or not because you keep asking for things all of a sudden. And as they provide them for you, they even showed you that the bots are less than 5%. You said you wanted an evaluation on the bots, and they need to be 5% or less, or no more than 5%. They have now proven to you that they're less than 5%. And now you still got other questions. Boy, bye. Go sit down somewhere. Now your products are the bomb, but I need you to go sit down. All right, y'all. Spend the COVID funds already. Schools? Yep. K through 12 school districts in the U.S. haven't spent, get this, y'all, 93% of the 122 billion, that's with a B, in COVID relief they were awarded last year, the Wall Street Journal reports. And the country's second largest district in LA hasn't spent a single dime of the 2.57 billion booster. I know somebody who can spin that for you. So if you need like a consultant or you need like some news in your school or something, I can help you spend that 2.57 billion with a B. Now, they saying that y'all better get moving with these funds because the funds that most of the federal government has ever distributed to schools will go up in smoke, y'all, if they aren't allocated by when? September 2024. So what's the hang up? What's happening? First of all, before I get to the hang up, any of you school districts, y'all trying to spend some money? Hello? I can give y'all a whole list of people. Y'all can call Davia for therapy for the students and teachers. She can tap into that $1 billion. Y'all can call Latrice Jones. Y'all can call Isaiah Jones. He can come do some videographer for y'all. Y'all can call Kenny Stanley. He can help y'all do some sports commentation for your students. Y'all can call Diane. She can put together some the costumes for your plays and stuff. Y'all can call Lori. Lori can do the choreographer for all that. Y'all can call Pastor Alex. He can come up there and do some chaplain work. Y'all can call Dr. Antoinette. She can do. Y'all can call Samara Bay. Yeah, she can talk about the dialect and speech. I can fill up all these billions. Just call me. Just call me. So this is what's happening. This is the hang up. Hiring full-time staff. Well, they can't do that with this money. It's not really an option. Why? Because the spending will be a limited time frame. And then when it dries up, what they're going to do with the people they hire? Hiring is tough all around because of workforce shortages. There's a great resignation that's happening, which still doesn't make sense to me. And a lot of teachers are walking away because the kids are off the chain. Y'all, really? Why are you sending your children to school cutting up? Help me understand. Y'all, sidebar. I was at the mall yesterday, not buying anything. I was meeting a friend, having lunch. And I was like, why is all this glass shattered on the Polaris Mall parking lot? Come to find out, some 12, 13, and 14-year-olds was going through the parking lot, busting out windows, taking stuff. So listen, people, put stuff in your trunk. Don't leave stuff in your cars because these children had a heyday. I said, weren't they in school? School's not out yet. Well, I guess they were also still in cars. I'm like, what is happening right now? What is happening? Y'all, we have a responsibility as a community to do some things. So I was like, oh, this is deep. And I'm thinking, do I want to park here? I did. That's why you have insurance. All right, y'all, back to this. Y'all, supply chains issues mean infrastructure projects such as installing ventilation systems are slow going. And then LA in particular is still racing to spend several $100 million. Oh, listen, left over from the previous stimulus package. Listen here, LA, call me. I'll help you spend that million and the billion. Just help me. I can bring you a whole list of people. Ron Robinson said they stole my friend's car from there last month. It's crazy. I'm like, what is happening right now? And then here's the thing though. Now, I'm observant. I said, well, if this is happening, because I found out when I went into Brio, I said, well, I didn't see one police car. I didn't see a security car. Why aren't they driving around the parking lot? Well, is that a part of the great resignation too? I don't know. Whatever. All right, y'all. President Joe Biden invokes the Production Act. The White House is reporting President Joe Biden on yesterday invoked the Defense Production Act to increase baby formula manufacturing to ease the statewide shortage. The nationwide, I shouldn't say statewide, the nationwide shortage caused by the closure of the key plant in Michigan. He was like, these babies are crying. The mamas and the daddies are calling us. The lines were jammed, and they were. So kudos to all of you who were calling in. He was like, give me the paper. I'm signing this. Put that formula out here. Give it a go today. That's where he's coming from. So Biden also directed the Health and Human Services Department and the Department of Agriculture to use aircrafts from defense departments to pick it up. Like, you use whatever planes you need. Go pick it up. Yep, he said, pick up the infant formula from overseas, bring it over here, drop it off so that the U.S. health and safety standards can be validated. So that's what happened. Now, CNBC reports that the Justice Department, in a complaint filed Monday, said Abbott, right here in Columbus, Ohio, had introduced alternate baby formula into the consumer market. I don't think that's supposed to say that, but they introduced a different baby formula into the consumer market. Now, Abbott maintains there's no conclusive evidence that the formula has caused the infant to fall ill or die. So they're saying there's nothing that's showing that that's what happened. So there's that. But listen, Biden said, do I need to fly a plane? We need to go get that formula because these babies is crying, and that shouldn't be an issue. Now, toilet paper, they didn't care about that. They didn't care if we had toilet paper now. But they said these babies are crying. We can go get some formula and bring it over here. Talking about the airlines, these flight prices are off the chain. People just like flies, what, like an hour's $1,000? Who getting on those planes for that? I don't know. But here's my question, Mr. President. Didn't y'all approve and you signed an executive order for these airlines to get all this buyout money? So they can't be trying to get us for how they lost for 2 years. So who's going to get some legislation out there, some bills out there, so y'all can't be charging these people this amount of money? Because that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Y'all, I'm off the chain this morning. I know I am. Y'all just don't know. I'm still reeling from yesterday. Y'all, this could happen to you. This could happen to you. Y'all ready? This could happen to you. Y'all, Bloomberg is reporting, along with some other people. Well, I won't tell you who yet, but they are reporting that North America, from the Great Lakes to the West Coast, is at risk for blackouts this summer as heat and drought and shuttered power plants and supply chain strain the electric grid. Say what? Now you're going to take away our electricity? Listen, I was in Zimbabwe, Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, and there was no electricity. 5 o'clock, you don't get no more till 9 o'clock in the morning. They did that every day we was there. And it was like, how do you function without electricity? Well, that's coming to America. Looks like that's happening. Y'all, a large chunk of North America is at risk of blackouts this summer due to the drought. Yeah, it's serious. The supply chain disruptions and other pressures, according to the U.S. electric grid regulator. The regulator said, y'all about to be in the dark. Yep, y'all, power supplies in much of the U.S. and part of Canada will be stretched. Yeah, with demand growing again after 2 years of the pandemic disruptions, according to its annual reports. It's among the most dire assessments yet from the North American Electric Reliability Corporation. Say that real fast. A regulatory body that oversees grid stability. Well, guess what? Tracy Bird says, oh no, time to get a generator. You're not gonna get anything. Anyway, I bet you won't be in all neighborhoods. Well, there's that, Mike Nicholson. All right, Isaiah's gonna put up a link. It's a long link, but if you want to read the regulations, if you want to read the PDF, you can do it by visiting Bloomberg.com. I believe the banner's coming up. If not, we'll put it in there later. But get this, y'all, get this. There's a firewall to this report. So got to pay to play. So there it is right there. And that's coming from Bloomberg. All right, y'all, this should be interesting. I'm going to bring in Kenny in a moment. This should be interesting. The AP News is reporting a recount is expected in the GOP Senate race in Pennsylvania with Dr. Oz, the former hedge fund CEO David McCormick. They basically tied. Yep, Dr. Oz led by 1,723 votes on yesterday out of more than 1.3 million votes counted. Now, there were tens of thousands of votes left to be counted, including at least 22,000 mail-in ballots and an unknown number of votes cast on election day. Now, statewide, McCormick was doing better than Oz among mail-in ballots, while Oz was doing better among people who voted on election day. Now, counties must also count provisional, overseas, and military absentee ballots before they are certified their results, which are due by the state by next Tuesday's deadline. Now, the race was close enough to trigger Pennsylvania's automatic recount law with the separation between the candidates inside the law, which is a 0.5% margin. Now, the former guy, somebody say the former guy, just put TFG, thinks he should Dr. Oz should just declare victory. Well, we think you would want him to do that. Yeah. Yeah, because see, that's his guy. I want his guy not to win so bad, just because it's the former guy. But whatever. All right, y'all, real quick, and then I'm coming to bring Kenny, and Kenny's coming in hot, so don't y'all leave yet. Y'all, Kenny's coming in hot. All right, y'all, COVID news. Listen, people, listen. Please report your positive at-home COVID test. They're begging you to do that. Seriously. Right now, COVID infection rates are being underreported all around the country. So we're actually sharing with you. I'm actually sharing with you numbers that are not real. They're not real. They are low. They're falsely low numbers of infection. Therefore, health authorities may feel COVID is under control. People think that we're all back to normal, but they're yelling at us. We are not. We are not. Even with the cases that are being reported that are showing this massive 60, 65, 70% as of today increase over the last 2 weeks. They're concerned about those that are not reporting, and they're saying people are afraid to report because they're afraid of what's going to happen. Get this, they're not going to shut us back down, so don't be afraid. Now, you may have to wear a mask again, but get over it. And some of you didn't want to wear it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just report your numbers. They're begging you to report your numbers. The second thing when it comes to COVID, don't throw your mask away. Don't do it. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it. COVID-19 cases are increasing in the United States and could get even worse over the coming months. Federal health official warned yesterday in urging areas hardest hit to consider reissuing calls for indoor masking. I know y'all's like, I don't want to wear a mask. Get over yourself. Seriously, get over yourself. Increasing numbers of COVID-19 infections and hospitalizations are putting more of the county under guidelines issued by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention and a call for masking and other infection precautions. Come on, y'all. Don't you want to be well? Don't you want to be well? I want to be well. Right now, y'all, get this, a third of the United States population lives in areas that are considered high risk. Back to that red or that purple that we were dealing with. They're there. And the problem is no one's reporting it anymore. So you don't even know if you're a hot spot. Now that's scary. Yeah. So I'll get you a little insight. Most of the Northeast and the Midwest, we in trouble. Those are the areas that people should already be considering wearing masks indoors. Hello. If you live in the Midwest or the Northwest, put your mask on. Now, prior increases of infection and different ways of infection have demonstrated that the travel across the country, says Dr. Rochelle Walensky, the CDC director, said in a White House briefing on yesterday. So they are urging local leaders to encourage the use of prevention strategies like mask wearing, washing your hands, and social distancing. Yeah, just back up, just back up, back up. Number three, real quick on COVID, and I'm bringing in Kenny. Number three, vaccine. We're back to that. If you haven't had a vaccine, get it. If you had a vaccine 6 months ago, trust me, baby, you want to get the second dose or the booster. You need something because that's worn off. It's worn off. You want something. Now, I know there's people who are like, I don't want to do that. I get you. I hear you. Then wear your mask, wash your hands, and social distance. Can we just work together on this? Listen, y'all, this is year three. We got to do something. We got to do something. I don't want to live like this the rest of my life, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. All right, Kenny, come on in here, hang out with me. Come on in here, Kenny. Kenny with Game Over. What's up, my brother?
What's happening? How y'all doing? What's going on, peeps? All right. All right. Good morning, NewsInMotion family. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Game Over with me, Kenny Stanley. Well, the NBA conference championships kicked off Tuesday, and that's exactly what happened. The Miami Heat were led by Jimmy Butler, a.k.a. Jimmy Buckets, 41 points as they kicked Boston off the court, 118-107. Will Boston bounce back tonight? We'll see. Tip-off was at 8:30 on ESPN. It was more of the same last night as the Golden State Warriors wiped the floor with the Dallas Mavericks, 112-87. All five starters for Golden State scored in double figures, and Jordan Poole came off the bench and dropped 19. The series will continue on Friday. In the NHL, there was a Civil War battle in Canada as the Calgary Flames took down the Edmonton Oilers, skating to a 9-6 victory. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the New York Rangers 2-1 in overtime. In Major League Baseball, the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Atlanta Braves 7-6. Tampa Bay beat Detroit 6-1. The New York Yankees topped Baltimore 3-2. And Boston Red Sox beat the Houston Astros 5-1 as their pitcher pitched a gave up 2 hits in their victory. There was some good news in Major League Baseball. My Cincinnati Reds, they didn't lose last night. They didn't play. That's why. That's a good one for me. That was funny. All right. In a move that I'm happy about, the Ohio High School athletic department, they voted no on allowing high school players to get paid for their name, image, and likeness. I agree with it to a certain extent for the college players, because I do believe the college players deserve some type of money, because these coaches and these colleges are making billions of dollars off of these players, but the players are not getting nothing. I know people say that, well, they on scholarship. Well, those scholarships that these players get, they normally go by semester, so they have to be renewed every semester. And also, these college players, some of them still go hungry. All the books are not covered. So you have to weigh the eyes and ears with these college players. They should have been getting paid a long time ago. But with high school, I think it would have took away from the game. So I'm glad they said no to the players in high school getting paid off their image and likeness. That's sports. Everybody have a good weekend. I see y'all on Monday. Back to Gail for more news.
You had me cracking up today. You said nope, they didn't play yesterday. Got you there.
They didn't play. That's why they didn't lose. Hey, I'm so disappointed in my Reds. I don't know what to do.
I hear you. All right, we'll see you Monday.
I'll see y'all Monday. Have a good weekend.
Real quick before I go to the inspirational message, unretirement. We went from great resignation to unretirement. Indeed is reporting that the unretirement trend is picking up speed. As of April, 3.3% of workers who were retired a year earlier are back to work. And we have an image to show you just where you can see the increase. with how they have returned back to work. So that is from January 2019 to April 2022. So thank you, Isaiah. So we have the millennials that are resigning, and we have those who are 60 plus going back. Isn't that a flip flop? All right, y'all. Inspirational message. Inspirational message for this reason. For this reason. Colossians chapter 1, verses 9 through 11. For this reason, since the day we heard about you, we have not stopped praying for you. We continually ask God to fill you with the knowledge of his will through all the wisdom and understanding that the Spirit gives, so that you may live a life worthy of the Lord and please him in every way, bearing fruit in every good work, growing in the knowledge of God, being strengthened with all power. For this reason, we can't stop praying. Y'all see everything that's going on. Y'all see everything that's happening. We have to stay alert and just be in this place of prayer in all season for this reason. For this reason, y'all. Again, I want to go back to yesterday. Samara Bay was off the chain, straight fire. Please pre-order her book, Permission to Speak. For this reason, because I believe she's empowering us. Did y'all listen to her? Do y'all really know what we received on yesterday for Wednesday workshop? She gave it to us without any cloudiness around it. So for this reason, y'all, let's get that book so we can support, so that we can in turn invest into our own lives. For this reason, we have some amazing people that view News in Motion every day. And if we see them missing, it's because they're busy doing something else, or maybe God has moved them to another season to do something different. So for this reason, let's reach out and to support people like Diane Ladybug, Latrice Jones, Adrian Gaddish, Davia, Kenny, Pastor Alex Williams, Jeffrey Allen James, Shardinia, Deborah Johnson, Lori Wallace, Marion Jackson, Elizabeth Towns. I don't want to just go through a list. Kim Edmondson. There are so many people. Just go through the thread, see people, help them, bless them, speak life to them, give to them. Don't worry about if they need it or not. Sometimes it's just about being a blessing. Dr. Antoinette, y'all, again, congratulations to her. She is now Dr. She's officially Dr. Antoinette. So make sure you're a blessing. Pastor Angie Shannon in Baltimore. She's a pastor. She's a Lutheran pastor there in Baltimore. Isaiah, y'all. Isaiah is doing some great work. Y'all need to check out what he's doing and how he's doing it. Fred Jones, Ron Robinson. Y'all, Ron Robinson is jamming. Y'all, if y'all don't know the dude, know the dude. He is jamming. He is absolutely jamming. Then you have people who are working with our children in the hospital, like Patricia Laus. You have people who are working for the government, like Louis Pryor. You have, I don't know, everybody's on here, and I don't want to just keep calling names. I'm looking to see Mike Nicholson. Make sure you're supporting him. His hip hop fitness. He does graphic designs, websites. You have all kinds of things. Tracy Burrs is on here. And again, I don't want to miss anybody. Rosanna Bivens is on here. There's tons of people that are out here doing what they do. Lori Wallace, Leah, y'all need to check out Leah. Just because people are quiet on here doesn't mean they don't have something to offer. Y'all, we want to be praying for Stephanie Burbridge Hall as she has taken a new journey, and some things that she's doing, and she's working through that in this season. Hester Jackson and her real estate and everything she's doing. Y'all, I can go on and on and on. Regina Shorts. Y'all, just so many people are doing great things. Valerie Johnson. I think there's Tiffany. There's Kelly. There's so many people. Carl Wright, Pastor Carl Wright. So many people are doing great things. For this reason, let's take time to pray for them. Let's also bless them in the work, in the ministry, their nonprofit, their philanthropy, everything that they're doing. Let's do that. And I just see Nicole Burton popped on here. Make sure y'all are blessing her also. Y'all, listen, we're out here doing a thing. We're out here doing the thing. And so let's just begin to pray for one another and support one another. All right, y'all, this has been an amazing week of News in Motion. We started off kind of just gloomy. We were all heavy, dealing with and living through what happened in Buffalo. Let's continue to pray for those families in Buffalo who lost loved ones. The family, I can't remember which family member passed away, but they were talking about their mom, and they were talking about it's time for the government to do something. It's time for them to do something. So having some sort of gun laws, gun regulations, because the gun owner of the man, the who murdered all of those people, said that when he put his name in the system, nothing came up. Nothing came up that would have given him a red flag. Nothing. So, all right, y'all, stay well, everyone. Wear your mask. The numbers are rising. Practice social distancing. Have a great, great weekend. Start planning your Memorial Day weekend as well. But y'all, News in Motion will return on Monday. So until then, I'm out.